Hello farmers and welcome back to Pallegney on Farming Simulator 25. I have just finished up wrapping up the last bale in the grass field. We are in the month of October. It is pouring rain out still. And yeah, I think after I just wrapped up that bale, I'm all set to move on to November because that's the month that follows October, where we got a few things we're going to have to do. One, pick up these bales and then get a worker in here to start spraying some digestate down for next spring. And then while a worker is doing that, we're going to be doing some seed and spot weed spraying in two of, is it sorghum field? No, it's not sorghum fields. Must be, I think I may have planted wheat. That's what I'm going to go with. I do have a sprayer leased because we did some work in this month of October. But we need it for next month in November. And really, once that's done, it's pretty much going through the winter months. And, you know, taking care of these bales in January. That's when they should be fully fermented. Selling our bread and canola oil also. Is canola oil in December? I think so. I think bread and canola oil both are like December/January. So that'll be a good time, and New Year should be good. Money will be rolling on in. We'll keep our eye on the sale page. As we know, we're really just looking for like a drill. A combine would be good, but money-wise, it's going to be kind of tight if we can even afford something like that at all. Right now, we're going to have some money coming in from the BGA. That is still processing some silage. So we put that in last time. How much more silage we got? We got like 34,000 liters of silage to be fermented. So let's go ahead and just fast forward some time here. There we go. And plus the rain's gone, which is nice. Bye-bye rain. So we're up to 42,000. I'm pretty sure we're through with the silage. Yes, we are. So we just have some digestate. And if you're wondering the sale page, just to refresh your memory, I just looked a second ago myself. But we got ourselves a potato harvester. Don't want that. We don't need a mower. We got mowers, and we definitely don't need a stone picker because I got the stones turned off. So I'm pretty much ready set to go on to the next month. Let me just double check on a couple of things. The bakery, yep, that's still producing flour, so we'll leave that turned on. The mill, everything has been processed at the mill, so that's all set. If we look at our stock market page, we can see we got, currently we got $34,000 worth of bread. About $17,000 worth of canola oil to sell. That's before our environmental score bonus from Precision Farming and also our 20% bonus from selling at the Little Farmers Market. So who knows what how much money we're actually going to bring on in. Let's go ahead and go to bed. And we'll get into November. You want to sleep until 9? It's November. We're going to sleep until 9. First thing to do, we'll check the sale page to see, because we did lease the Momentum Direct Planter again. It's like the third year or fourth year in a row I've leased that. Maybe it'll be for sale. I don't know. We got some morning rain. How lovely. Well, we do have the Bednar Direct Drill, but that's $73,000. I mean, it's going from a 4 meter to a 6 meter. To me, I don't think 4 meter to a 6 meter is worth it. Actually, what I actually have is a planter, right? Not a seeder. I think I got a planter and not a seeder, right? Yes, that's a planter. Man. I think I'd just rather keep on leasing the Momentum for now and until that comes up for sale. I think that's the way we're going to go. Let's see. Let's grab the AgroStar. We'll hook it up to our tanker for spraying digestate. Actually, you know what? I should probably look at the grass field to see what the fertilizing. They both begin with F. You know, words are hard sometimes. See what the fertilizing stage is on this field. Not good at all. So yes, that is going to need to be fertilized. Now we don't have sensors on our digestate tanker, so it's going to put down what it puts down. And it might over-fertilize it, but for grass, I think it's going to be okay. But before I actually get this on there, I need the John Deere to pick up the bales when we get this kind of ready. So the worker will just take it directly out of the BGA. And hopefully you don't have any issues today by putting down the digestate. All right, so the John Deere AR. Let's go pick up our auto-loading trailer. So the field across the river on the other side of these sheds, that is one of the fields that should have weeds in it. And the other one, is that the one that's got the tram lines in it? What you guys told me, by the way, and I should do that right now as I'm thinking about it. I need to go to Precision Farming, go to this field, and it will say, hang on, so let me move the screen a little bit. Tram lines. Okay, it says tram width none. That is the field that has the tram lines in it. Field 34. Let me visit that field. Yeah, it's got the tram lines in it. Visit. There are the tram lines. Okay, we're in Precision Farming. I click on the field. You say click on tram lines. It shows none. So, yeah. Let me know down below with the comments about that now, because that's where I got told to go to turn off the tram lines. I don't know. Any hoozles, it's there. The crop's already growing, so be it. All right, let's go pick up these bales so I can go ahead. Oh, I fat fingered the wrong key. I don't know if my bale loader is actually on or off now. It's on. All right, let's pick up these bales. I think I made 35 bales, so it's going to be 2 trailer loads. And we'll put these into our shed. Seem to be getting a lot of rain here in Pallegney for the past 2 months, but in real life, you need rain. Moisture is very important. I hope they bring that to a farming simulator version at some point where moisture is... I'm talking about base game. I know there's a modded version of doing water and moisture, but I hope the base game brings along a lot, also like pesticides and things like that. But maybe in later versions they'll come along. Who knows? All right, did I get anyone dizzy by doing all that? Are the rest of the bales going to fit on here? They should actually not. I just realized it's going to be 2 full trailers and a couple of extra bales on the third. Let me scooch in here, and hopefully these will just unload. First, I got to come to a stop. There we go. Don't know why you got to come to a stop, but that's the way it works. All right, spin around. Activate the bale loader again. If I didn't have such a big field, and maybe I only had to pick up like a dozen bales, I would probably use a telehandler or an auto stacker. Not an auto loader. Auto stacker is the one that picks the bales up off the ground and loads them onto the trailer. Auto loader teleports the bales. But I'll probably use something like that. But it's always fun for a little bit, but then when you start doing the work quite a bit, you know, quality of life gaming sometimes comes in handy. It's like, all right, it's time to get to the auto loader. I did a lot of loading myself at the beginning of FS25 on Riverbend Springs, but after loading up a lot of pallets from the sawmill, I mean, a lot of you were there for that, and it was fun for a while, but then it got to be way too many pallets. Just realized something needs some repair. I don't know if it's a John Deere or it might be the trailer. I did buy the trailer used, of course. Everything I bought is used. That's the whole purpose of this series. Can only buy used stuff. You ran into the wall, sir. Yes, I did. I do that quite often, trying to get these bales in here. All right, 3 more bales, get a worker going, and then we'll go take care of some weeds. I think I got 2 fields done. I might be might be mistaken, but I think I got 2 fields to do. All right, we'll see these bales in the middle of January, probably more by mid-afternoon. I think I wrapped them at in October. What was it, like 2 o'clock in the afternoon? So that's what time they'll be ready in January. Okay, just hire a worker. Let's hope I don't get sprayed with digestate. Not sure I know where the worker is going, but you know what? Sometimes it's best just to hire them and not look and just go do your own thing. Alright, bales are put away. Wonder if the bakery is done making the bread, because I'll turn that off if so, while I'm thinking about it. Bakery, nope, still got some more flour. And yeah, more bread just means more cash. So we're looking at about $60,000 worth of material. So probably at the end like $75,000 we'll get from all that. Not too bad. So where are my fields that have the weeds that need to be taken care of? So yes, this field back here and oh, this one up here. Those are the two. All right, let's go grab the See and Spot weed spray. We'll take care of the smaller one first. I mean, it shouldn't take too long to get this 2 fields done with the See and Spot sprayer. Try to avoid driving in my fields as much as I can, even though the crop has not grown enough to actually destroy it. Still be a good habit to not actually drive into the fields. Now, I don't know how it actually affects spraying herbicide on your crop while it's raining out. I'm not sure that's the thing we should be doing, but here we are anyways. And we don't actually have a whole lot of weeds in this field, looks like, so yep, we'll quickly get these 2 fields weeded, and by then our worker, I would hope, would be done fertilizing the grass field. And then of course we can just skip half the day, check the sale page, go to bed, wake up in the morning, check the sale page, skip half a day, check the sale page, go to bed, and by then it should be time to sell the bread and the canola oil. But first things first, let's go ahead and take care of these weeds, and then we'll empty out the sprayer and return the sprayer back to the store. Just had a look across the river, and looks like Frank was already doing the headlands on the grass field, so that's a good sign. They should be done in a little while, but I'm going to finish up before they do. But I also have to see if they get stuck on the corner down by the overpass. It's like 50-50 if they get stuck on a small bush for some reason. Not sure if they're turning around or trying to turn around. I have no idea what they do when they get stuck there. But that little tree, you might be able to see it on the other side of the river. But any hoozles, I should be done taking care of the weeds. So before I empty this out and I return it, I better make sure that we don't have any more weeds to take care of. At least in our fields, that is. So the only field we own across the river, that's done. And all the other fields we own are just right here. We don't have 103. I'm hoping in the future, maybe next year, we'll buy field 33. I don't know if I'll ever buy 103 because that will bring this farmyard into play. And I don't feel like I want to have that in my arsenal of what we own here. But yeah, we got all the weeds taken care of, so that's all good. Let's go unload this herbicide and we'll return the sprayer. And then we'll see how much more Frank has to do on fertilizing the grass field. I still may have to do that small, as we all know, that little loop down by the overpass. For some reason, the AI worker doesn't want to handle that. Not sure why, but we'll take care of it if need to. Let's see how this back up here is where I'm putting our pallets, I guess. Alright, that's unloaded. Let's go to here. Vehicles, leasing, and return. So I don't have any leased equipment currently. And we'll park our John Deere away, get it out of the rain. I don't see any sun in the forecast, so it's going to be raining, I don't know, probably almost near, I don't want to say the rest of the day, but it could be done by the mid-afternoon. I have no idea. Let's have a look. We'll have a look at a few things. Rain should be ending somewhere around 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Now if we go up to precision farming, and then we go over to pH, nitrogen. That's what it looks like. Yeah, that's what it looks like. Let's enter the vehicle. And right on cue, you can see for some reason they just love this tree. I wonder if I should just get rid of the tree for them. That way it doesn't happen again. There we go. Is that better? I have no idea where they fertilized. They haven't fertilized here. Am I going to be able to tell what they fertilized? It's going to be kind of rough with the raining out. Let me get into full light mode. Yes, I can see where they have been. So I'll probably take over because the worker doing the headlands here is going to take a while in this section. I'll let them back up and then we'll dismiss Frank. Frank, be gone. I got stuff I need to do here. Now, of course, I'm not automatically taking it from the BGA, so if I run out, I'll have to go top off, but that's the least of my worries. So again, we're not putting down the exact application of fertilizer for a grass field. This tanker does not have any sensors on it. I'm not sure if I were to put sensors on the AgroStar, if that would actually do that for me. I'm not too sure. I think they're called the IsoPro sensors. I tried them on Dark Forest just to see if it actually did anything. Doesn't seem like those still do anything in precision farming. They may do, but if they do, I don't know how they actually... I know what the description says, what they're supposed to do, but it does not seem to work as intended, at least I think. So this grass field will be cut in, I think, April is the cycle that we're on now. Probably going to miss a few bits here and there, but overall we'll get the majority of it. And I think I just need to go up to the end of this corner, but I think I'm going to run a digestate before I get there. We'll see how close I get to the end. If I get almost near the end and run out, then I'm not going to worry about it. Gonna be close. But I think we made it. There, that should be the whole field done. Yeah, looks like it's all done. Usually that's the sections I gotta do anyway. So let's bring this back. We'll top it off. And that way it's good to go for next season. And yeah, we're ready to go on through the winter months and sell some stuff in December/January. Yep, how about you try not to run to the BGA. Telehandler will be using that, as I mentioned, in mid-January for selling this, well, putting the silage bales into the BGA. Actually, you know what? This tanker may as well stay down in this shed. I spent like, I forgot, was that shed like 70,000? 70,000 or 35? I forgot what the cost of this shed was. But I don't really have much stuff in here, so I'm going to try to park some stuff in here. I got way more sheds than I'll ever need. Alright, so the weeds have been taken care of, the grass field's been fertilized, everything's pretty much put away. And yeah, I'm not really doing contracts anymore unless I feel like I need some money to be able to buy something in the sales page that would be of interest to us. Yes, the rain has stopped. We'll check the sale page. Half the day has gone by. Stone picker, the Bednar direct drill, and now the Kubota, which we do not need. We'll wake up at 9 in December. I think we'll sell the stuff in January. That way we can sell the stuff, and then we'll also do the silage bales as well. Alright, what do we got here? Well, some other interesting stuff, but nothing that we're looking forward to buy. So let's go ahead and skip half the day. Right there is good. And is that a potato planter? Yes, it is. So nothing new or interesting there. Oh yeah, is the bakery done? Bakery's out of flour, so we'll deactivate that, so we're not getting charged. And then we'll have a look at the price. $18.86. The price is actually going down for canola oil. Well, and the price for bread's going down as well. Well, fudge. Let's go ahead and sell that stuff. All right, let's get the John Deere. So a little bit of night selling. Whoops. Let's turn on all the lights. There's no traffic in Pallegney. I got that turned off, so I'm not going to be blinding anyone as they drive around. Yeah, the price, you know, it's always says December/January. And usually the best price is like around midnight, of course. So yeah, well, let's try to get the most we can, I suppose, out of it. So the bakery is actually just right there. I don't have any ease of access from this side. Just got to go around though. And if you haven't been up here before and you are, on the map, this first trigger right here, that is actually a sell point. I brought some flour up here thinking that was a drop-off point, but the drop-off point is actually right there on the edge. And now I know where the bread spawns, which is over here. Or that's where the bakery spawns. Probably not going to be able to pick up all the pallets. And I'm not going to be able to back up this trailer, as we know, because it's articulated dolly, so I suck at those. I don't know how many pallets I'm expecting to spawn here, but we will gather them up. Let me go ahead and just, as one would, just like push this to the side like that. There we go. That should be in range of everything. Do we have more? Yes, we do. But that might be everything. For the bread, it's everything. So we'll go sell the bread, then we'll go get the oil, which is down at the mill, of course. Just be kind of careful so I don't tip over anywhere. So 24,000 liters of bread. Doesn't seem like a whole lot, honestly, but I don't remember how much flour I had the year before. But still a lot more convenient picking up the bread at the bakery rather than trying to get all those extra pallets of flour out of the mill where we're going next for the canola oil. I'll just drive straight on through and head on down to the mill. So 58,000 for the bread and just a little over 5,700 for the environmental score bonus. So we're up to 104,000, so that's pretty darn good. All right, let's get on down to the mill. I probably will have to talk to the pallets to get them onto the trailer because they're in there pretty snug. Well, that's pretty cool. I've never been through the town at night, I don't think. At least not to this point, because I would have noticed this. But the way they got the colored lights to match this, the, I almost said state flag, the country flag of blue, white, red. Pretty darn cool. First time I've noticed that. If I've been through it before and didn't see it, what the heck was I doing? Because that's pretty noticeable. Any hoozles down around the corner. Yeah, I'm not going to be backing up this trailer into the mill to get these pallets out, so I'll probably pick them up. Now, I would think that these should be able to be picked up by hand anyways, because this is just oil. And the pallets are not that big. I mean, pretty much everyone has picked up a bottle of oil in a store at some point or another, and they're not that heavy. So you think you could pick up, I don't know how many bottles are actually there. I mean, yeah, it would weigh quite a bit amount, but I think most people, I think, would be able to pick one up. I may be talking a whole bunch of nonsense. I do plan on actually, in real life, going to the grocery store tomorrow. Maybe I'll see if they're stocking the shelves. If they got like a case of oil I could pick up. See how much it actually weighs. Almost have some oil in stock to spit out another pallet, but we're just shy on it, so just gonna have to stay in there. There was a mod in FS22 where you could spawn the extra leftovers in the factory out. Don't know if that mod has come out in FS25 yet or not. I haven't been keeping up the track with the mods as well the past week and a half or two, so it may have come out then, but I don't think I've seen it before that. And yes, I did get the telehandler for getting this stuff out of here. That was the original plan, but yeah, here we are. Alright, let's load this stuff up. Alright, we'll drive through the other farmers' fields here. Don't worry, their crop's nice and youthful as well, so can't damage it. So I'm guessing about $20,000 worth of oil when it's all said and done, so should be up near 124,000 be my guess in the bank account. 123,000, so close enough. But now that is everything sold until we do the silage, which we'll be doing mid-month of January. So let's bring this trailer back. Go to bed. Might as well wake up at 9. No sense of getting up too early. And then we'll use the telehandler to get the bales into the BGA. And then just zip right on to the spring, into the spring months where I don't really have anything to do in the spring other than wait for the grass field to grow and mow that again. I turn off the lights, detach from the trailer because I don't need that. Go to our lovely little house here. Our little hobo hut. 9 o'clock sounds good. It's like a long snooze that we're having here. What do we got? We got snow on the ground, and the only thing in the sale page is a bucket for a wheel loader, which we do not need. All right, so we need to fast forward some time here. And yeah, not really much of a hurry. Or not a hurry, but hurry to get these in because, yeah, unless, nope, nothing else has come up by midday. So these bales should be fermented. Well, they do say silage, so let's unload those. And let's see how I can do with the telehandler in the snow. Slowly. Telehandler is usually pretty good with the 6 bales, but with snow on the ground, it might be a little bit more difficult. Why can't I? No traction to go forward. And no traction to go backwards. Really? Oh, there we go. Now we're moving a little bit. Can I get those forks a little bit more so the weight's closer to me? Thank you. You would think by compacting the snow down that the telehandler would travel a little bit easier. It appears that it makes it rougher. I don't want to push these too hard though, because they'll go back into the shed, which I don't want to happen. So if I don't buy anything through the winter months from the sale page, I cannot say though that it wasn't something at some point. We did have the Bednar direct drill, but yeah, it's not really what I'm looking for, and I don't mind leasing the Momentum planter / drill that we use here. And I've already bought the other planter that we already own. I bought that on impulse buy, thinking I would use it, and I used it a couple times, but 4 meter wide, it just took forever to plant the fields. It was taking like 45 minutes to an hour to plant a field with a 4 meter wide drill. All right, so the BGA is full, so we're just going to head in. There we go. I know it's dark again, so we'll... Oh, wow. Lights with snow on the ground definitely brightens it up. Oh, never mind. There goes the snow. Well, that worked out. Let's get the rest of the bales out, shall we? We got the one that's half a bale because I emptied it out of the baler. Wasn't a full bale. No, don't fall off. Let's get the ones that are stacked first, and then I'll do a little cleanup. I think I just pushed a bale in. Much easier with no snow on the ground. Since we've been here now 7 years, just imagine how much money that grass field has made us. It is a lot of work to take care of and cut it 3 times a year. But it definitely has gotten us where we were. Of course, if you don't, in case you weren't here for the beginning, the goats, yes, we had goats here for a while, but they got to be to where they were just bringing us in way too much money with the milk. We had a goat pen that held about 180 goats, I think it was. And we were just, I think I only kept them for about a year or so. We just made so much on goat milk, or was it goat cheese? I think it was goat cheese I was making. I'd probably be a multi-millionaire by now if I still had the goats. Oops, let's leave the lights on, but we can definitely go ahead and park this into this lovely little shed over here. Let's see, where should I put it? Where do I got room? Yeah, I've got room everywhere. All right, so yeah, that's everything for the winter months. Well, that just came up for sale in a little bit of time, but we don't need anything like that. Well, let's go to February and get ourselves at least to March, and then we'll have to get ourselves a game plan for this upcoming farming season. Yeah, we can sleep till 9 because I got nothing to do. I got no animals to take care of. All the production buildings are empty. The BG, of course, is processing what I left there, so we are now up to 189,000. It did take that bale that was there. Yes, it did. Well, we got a header, but I own a header. We're looking more for a harvester with about 400 horsepower, because that's what I need to run that header that we have. And a mower. No, we're all set on mowers. So, yeah, let's get to farming season. Well, technically, February is farming season as well, because you can plant cotton. But we're not doing cotton here. If you want to see cotton, you'll have to see the live streams where I'm planting cotton on the dark forest. And here we are in March, and the sale page just has mowers. So, again, no harvester, and not really the momentum direct drill that I'm looking for. So, yeah. Maybe I should just keep on continuing moving on until at least April. The grass field is going to say it's ready for harvest, but it's in the first harvest stage, not the second one. So, yeah, maybe I'll just fast forward to April. And that way I can do the same thing as I did, like the beginning for this episode, is maybe cut the grass field. Maybe I'll actually cut the grass field in next episode, because I skipped a lot of the grass cutting, and I know there's some people that do want to see the grass cutting, so we'll go ahead and probably cut the grass in time-lapse and also wrap up the bales. So let's at least get through the rest of this month, because I'm not doing anything. A lot of rain and hail this month. All right, 5 o'clock. But it's the AF harvester. And I'm not even close to being able to afford that. 438,000 at 40% off. That's way out of my price range. So, well, there's a harvester. Just, yeah, I cannot afford 400 grand for that harvester there. That's one of the big boys. I was looking for its little son. It's very young son. Not the case harvester I was looking for. Well, it's still there, and we also got ourselves a slurry tanker, which I do not need. And it's raining again. A lot of rain, hail, snow this past 6 months here in Pallegney. So yeah, money-wise, we are looking good. And yeah, the grass field should be ready. I kind of forgot, was that a harvestable crop they put in that field? What is in field number 33? Nothing at the moment. So that's been harvested, right? Never mind. It's now... Wait, what? Now it's showing as planted. They planted alfalfa. Don't think I really want to be doing alfalfa. How much is this property? 188,000. I have just enough money for it. but I'm not sure I want to be doing alfalfa. It needs to be plowed. It needs to be lined. So the yield is going to be kind of bad on it. I mean, the lime I can put down at any point. But of course, if I plow it, that gets rid of the crop of alfalfa. So I think we'll hold off on to it. And maybe we'll see what comes up. Maybe by the time we get to harvesting season, which is not going to be too far for us on this series. Because I'm just zipping right on through the months. But our crop is all looking good. Near 100% yield in that part of the field. But it all depends on the soil type. So again, on the tram lines, I'm not too sure. I got that field over there. It's showing tram lines are turned off. So if we go back to tram lines, it says none. Is there another option other than none? Do I need to turn? That's the work line I wanted to do. So yeah, so I'm not too sure why the tram lines say there. I may have to plow the field to get rid of the tram lines. Maybe that's what we need to do. Well, I'll probably do that next season after we harvest our canola, I think I put into it. But yep, year number 8 now, month of April, and we'll go ahead and get that grass cut next time. And then probably fast forward right to harvest season. So it's probably going to be cut grass and start cutting up. I think I planted barley. So barley is going to be ready in June/July. What fields are those? So field number 91 and 31. How bad are we on hail damage so far? Got none there. We got a little bit in field number 32. A little bit in 91. Yeah, overall, not too bad. I'll accept that. So that's where we are. So anyways, I appreciate you getting all the way through the video. If you made it this far, congratulations. If you want to help me a little bit more, that thumbs up button's down there. You can hit the thumbs down button too if you like. And if you're new here, you might want to think about the subscribe and notification bell so you don't miss out more content like this. But that's going to wrap it up for today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the episode. I do appreciate you watching as always. I'll catch you again right here in Pallegney. But until then, have a good one.